There is no such thing as the perfect time to do anything because all timing is divine. God gave you time, and he gave you time to take action. Trust me, the world can function perfectly fine without you. So you have to ask yourself a question. What are you here for? You're here to do things. Action, inaction, cause and effect. These are the simple rules of the universe. And today you have an important choice to make.
The world loves a spectacle, especially when it comes wrapped in bravado, controversy, and dizzying sums of money. Andrew Tate, the self-styled top G, former kickboxing champion and relentless provocateur, has never shied away from the limelight or from high-risk gambles. From a fighting ring to social media battles, from luxury cars to viral hustle courses, Tate has built a brand around the promise of unfiltered success. But the latest battlefield, cryptocurrency trading, specifically on Hyperliquid's meme-infested waters, has dealt him a blow that even his most loyal followers didn't see coming. Imagine this. A man who preaches financial acumen and war room wisdom, now publicly bleeding nearly $700,000 in losses. Not just on any coin, but on Kanye West's YZY token, a meme coin that exploded, crashed, and left a trail of broken wallets in its wake. As wallets emptied and Twitter, now X, erupted in schadenfreude, one question lingered. How did Andrew Tate, master hype, get outplayed by the very game he claimed to dominate? This is not just a story about one man's misfortune. It's not even just about the pitfalls of celebrity in crypto. It's about the intoxicating mix of fame, speculation, and the irresistible promise of easy riches. It's about the new gold rush, where reputations and fortunes can be made or lost at the speed of a meme, and where millions still follow, hoping for their own moonshot. Ready to dive down the crypto rabbit hole? Strap in. This is the inside story of how Andrew Tate's high-wire act in digital assets came crashing down, and what it reveals about the intersection of hype, hope, and hard reality in the modern financial Wild West. Andrew Tate's journey from an unknown fighter in the UK to a global internet phenomenon is a case study in self-promotion and the power of narrative. Born Emory Andrew Tate III, he first found the spotlight in the brutal world of kickboxing, where he claimed multiple world titles and cultivated a persona equal parts bravado and calculated menace. But the fighting ring was just the beginning. Tate's real genius wasn't just in the ring. It was in understanding how to turn attention into currency. As social media exploded, so did his reach. Tate pivoted into business, launching courses promising the secrets to wealth, and then capitalized on controversy, never shying away from polarizing opinions, online feuds, and the kind of bombastic statements that guaranteed headlines. By the early 2020s, Tate was everywhere. YouTube, Instagram, and especially X, where his every move was scrutinized, idolized, or criticized by millions. He became synonymous with a hustle culture, selling not just products but an ideology, one where risk, aggression, and self-belief were the ultimate virtues. But for all his talk of calculated risk, Tate's latest gambles in the crypto markets would test his philosophy in ways even he might not have anticipated. Cryptocurrencies were once the domain of cypherpunks and financial outsiders. But as Bitcoin and Ethereum soared, the space began to attract a new breed of investor, celebrities. What started as a trickle, rappers mentioning Bitcoin in songs, athletes launching NFTs, became a flood by the early 2020s. Why the shift? For celebrities, crypto offered a new way to monetize influence. Instead of endorsing someone else's product, why not launch your own token? Why not use a loyal fan base to drive up prices, create viral moments, and, if done right, walk away with millions? Enter the meme coin era. Unlike Bitcoin or Ethereum, these tokens had no inherent value or purpose. They were, in essence, jokes, digital inside jokes turned speculative assets. But in the hands of skilled marketers and A-list names, even a joke can become a multi-million-dollar phenomenon. By the time Kanye West launched YZY, the playbook was well established. Big announcement, viral tweets, a frenzied launch on Solana or Ethereum, and a mad rush of retail investors hoping to catch the next moon mission. For a few, the gains were real. For most, the outcome was heartbreak. Kanye West is no stranger to spectacle. The rap icon and fashion mogul has built an entire career out of breaking the rules, whether in music, business, or public persona. When word spread that West was launching his own token, YZY, on Solana, the excitement was palpable. On launch day, YZY delivered fireworks. In less than an hour, the token's price spiked 1,400%, minting instant millionaires among the earliest holders. But the euphoria was short-lived. Within hours, the price plummeted by over 74% as the top 13 wallets, presumably insiders and savvy traders, cashed out for a combined $24.5 million. This was the world Andrew Tate stepped into. High risk, high speed, and little room for error. For every winner, there were hundreds, sometimes thousands, of losers. And as it turned out, not even a self-proclaimed master of the game was immune. Hyperliquid, a decentralized exchange known for leverage trading, has become a playground for risk-takers and deegans alike. It was here that Andrew Tate decided to make his move, opening a 3x leverage short position on YZY at 85 cents. The logic was classic. As hype cooled and insiders dumped, the price would fall, and he would profit. But markets, especially those turbocharged by celebrity and retail FOMO, are rarely rational. As YZY's price moved unpredictably, Tate's position turned sour. What started as a $16,000 loss quickly snowballed. Blockchain analytics firm Chain tracked Tate's wallet, revealing the grim math. 80 trades, only 29 profitable, a win rate of just over 36%, and total losses nearing $700,000. The numbers were public, the losses undeniable. How could this happen to someone who built a brand around winning? The answer lies not just in trading skill, but in the unique dangers of celebrity, crowd psychology, and the raw volatility of the memecoin era. Trading is a game of probabilities, but with leverage, the stakes multiply. For every dollar wagered, the potential gains and losses are magnified. In Tate's case, the 3x leverage meant that even a modest price movement in the wrong direction could wipe out entire positions. But it wasn't just one bad trade. Chain's analysis shows a pattern. Repeated attempt to time the market, often going against the prevailing momentum. Over 80 trades, Tate's strategy, whether driven by ego, overconfidence, or simple miscalculation, produced a string of red numbers. These losses weren't hidden. On-chain transparency meant that anyone with the right tools could follow Tate's every move. As the losses mounted, crypto Twitter erupted. For some, it was a cautionary tale. For others, an irresistible dose of schadenfreude. But for everyone watching, it was proof that even the loudest voices could stumble. In the age of instant communication, every trade, tweet, and misstep is amplified. As news of Tate's losses spread, the reactions followed a familiar script. Sympathy from fans, glee from critics, and endless memes from everyone in between. But beyond the jokes lies a deeper truth. The intersection of celebrity and crypto is a double-edged sword. When trades go well, the rewards, financial and reputational, are immense. But when things go wrong, the fallout is swift and public. For Tate, the losses were a blow not just to his wallet, but to his carefully cultivated image. For the broader crypto community, the saga was a reminder that markets don't care about followers, fame, or bravado. Only results matter.